Welcome back
to another exciting episode of
Cutscenes.
Yeah. That's better than what I was going to say, and I'm happy you said it.
Pardon me. I'm still kicking a cold.
You're quite sick, almost.
I'm not sick to say... Oh.
You were also still center panned.
Clearly. I'm not sick to the nth degree. I'm just sick enough to where it's like, you can hear it, but I feel pretty okay.
Basically normal.
So we had just taken that camp, the weapons cache.
Yeah.
And protected Gallia for, 5 minutes.
Before something else comes to destroy them.
Right.
Everybody's it's animated and we can see models.
Dope.
There's actually an interesting thing that I saw in the Valkyria subreddit.
Yeah.
If you have characters that are supposed to be in cutscenes and they're dead, they're replaced by generic helmet men.
Wind off the sea.
What?
Yeah.
That's scary messed up.
It's also really impressive.
Really?
I get the feeling we're gonna have a Dunkirk moment.
We did it!
That you mentioned that before, yeah. Look at all of our babies.
Finally made it.
Except for that random easy guy.
GG easy, no re.
Just on the other side.
Something really bad's about to happen.
Yep. The music is a hard sell. You see? The look on their faces. Told you so.
Yeah.
Obligatory groan. Huddle for comfort.
Makes me think of the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, just a bit. Harrowing music.
What happened here? Why? Look over there. The Armored Ranger Corps. They're all...
Oh?
Did. They're no use to us, did.
Do you see what I see?
No.
I saw something.
I missed it.
Oh, everybody's dead.
Hey, talk to me. What the hell happened? Why is everyone dead?
What'd you see?
They'll show it again, I'm sure.
Ambushed by a tank platoon.
Hmm.
Ambush? Where'd they go?
They come up out of the ice.
See a squad that ran, but they'll be back. Hurry and get out of here.
Hey, hang in there, man. Look at me. Shit.
This can't be happening. Claude, is this why we came all this way? We crossed the mountains. We lost so many of our allies. For this?
On the right side.
Crystal? Crystal?
What is that? I don't understand.
It looks like Valkyrian stuff.
Yeah, it do.
Who's Crystal?
Minerva! You're okay?
Yeah, but Crystal's not. Monocle Girl?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Monocle Girl is toast.
Yeah.
Toast.
You trying to butter me up?
Me, Crystal! Commander, don't worry. I've got you, okay? Just rest for now. I'm so glad you're all right. What about our reinforcements? They're here, don't worry. Hundreds, thousands of them. You can't hear them over the tide, but they're here. Don't worry, Crystal. The Federation is sure to win with this. I see. Victory. The glory you deserve. I made a vow. That's why I offered my life. That's right. You swore you'd stay with me as long as I was on the battlefield. It has been my greatest honor to keep that promise. Crystal. Crystal! God. Damn it.
It was a good yell. That also sounded like it might have been a voice of one of the two cyborgs, either Devila or Popola from Nier. Maybe. Just trust me, it sounded similar.
You... Where the hell have you been? What took you so long? You know what we've been doing? We've been fighting! Even outnumbered by tanks, even underarmed, even with no supplies, we fought, damn it! And this is what we got for it. And now, with the enemies gone and our blood in the snow, now Squad E strolls in? Crystal died because of you. Squad F's blood is on your hands!
Just let it roll. Hey!
Hey, you guys!
So when this is over, I've got a thought. Okay, so he is talking about.
We're dead.
Damn it!
Is this when we get our cool thing?
There's a cool thing?
We get a cool thing.
That wind. It's coming off the sea.
Yeah, it's when we get our cool thing.
What? What? Huh?
Holy shit!
Oh
Yes! Exactly! Oof!
You asked me before, what will we get boats, and my answer was we get a boat. You ever punch a guy so hard the weather changes?
You ever shoot a cannon so hard it clears up the...
It makes the clouds come out. Or not.
it changes the air pressure?
In silence. In shock. There was nothing else we could do.
Well done on the delivery team. Well done.
That was a good one. See, this is the kind of shit that I like. That design fucking rules.
None of us even saw the light.
Especially in, like, that kind of doom and gloom, dude.
Majesty bearing down upon us.
That's fucking metal.
So, okay. Is there another cutscene coming? Okay. So, that's the thing that we saw in the... You see that in the intro.
Interlude. The other Kai.
Ooh.
Oh, dear.
So before we get into that, I have a complaint about... Not a complaint, but a criticism and, like, a point of interest I want to make about that scene with Crystal and Minerva, okay?
Oh, this one right here?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I feel like that wasn't built upon properly. We understood that Crystal had been touched on a little bit. She was a character that had been introduced, and we saw her a couple of times, and she was Minerva's right hand, and she thought that Minerva's the greatest, and all this stuff. I'm not going to say that wasn't established. We knew who Crystal was. However, we got 3, maybe 4 interactions with her in total.
Uh-huh.
And it felt like we had I understand the idea of, like, they're saying once we get through the mountain pass, it'll be... Excuse me.
Right.
It'll be... Well, like, the rest of the Federation will be there. They'll be able to help us. We'll all be together again.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
But there was never any point of, like...
Ooh.
Whoa, that's not the right button.
Whoops.
It felt like they didn't build upon it, like, sort of properly. They didn't build up to it in any way. And so it didn't, like, there was no emotional shock because we didn't have anything invested in the character of Crystal. Mm-hmm. And so the death felt kind of, not empty, but sort of, like, unnecessary.
Sort of hollow.
If given a little bit more time, I feel like they, like, again, I'm experiencing that pacing problem I mentioned before.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I understand that Minerva's character is supposed to be mourning and lashing out because she's upset because her best friend died.
Right.
I'm not going to say that didn't happen.
Right.
I very much understand that mindset, and I get it.
All right.
But this is another instance where Claude is being shit on for what appears to be absolutely no reason. We as the viewers and as the players completely understand that the squad is going through very difficult situations all on their own,
right.
And it's giving us a whole bunch of insight into why we're having these other problems and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not Like, Minerva didn't ask, where have you... I think she may have done, like, asked, like, where have you been? But Claude doesn't... Nobody jumps in to say, we just had to do all this shit.
We just cleared out an enemy base. The fuck were you doing?
On the other side of this mountain.
Right.
Like, there was no point of, like, Minerva, maybe shut up and listen for a second.
Right.
Again, she's mourning and freaking out, I get it. But, like, it just... is frustration.
Right.
I feel like Plague of Gripes. I complain because it's a thing I like, and I want it to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Phew. Close one.
We're back at that stupid bridge. You remember that bridge we just kind of sprinted across?
Either option sounds great.
Man, this sucks. Head's getting all foggy.
Don't tell me you've got a fever now. What? Are you invincible to everything but the common cold?
But the common cold is like some naturally occurring genetic warfare, dude.
Damn it. Too tired for a comeback. I'll think of one later. Man, I hate watch duty. All this standing around cramps my style. I'd rather be scouting.
Maybe you should be a scout instead.
And give up the ability to have a full auto? I don't think so.
Stay here much longer. You'll have to chisel me out of this position.
That's good.
Then again, our mouths are the only things we can move.
Have you ever been that cold before?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I
not
have.
a fun
it's
feeling.
Not a fun feeling.
Stories, huh? Well, if you want to hear about Claude screwing up in training, I got a million of them.
That's tempting. But you know what I really want to hear? Kai's story.
Oh, well, this one time, Miles accidentally ate Kai's rations, and then...
Raz, don't play dumb. I want to know how Lena became Kai.
Carefully.
Everyone just goes along with it, so I've never asked. But all things considered, is there really any point in keeping it a secret anymore? Or are you not allowed to tell an outsider like me?
Nah, it's not like that. You're a member of Squad E through and through. And since you're one of us, you deserve to know what happened with Kai.
I'm having another thought
So
when this is done.
It was right before we got sent out into the field.
Okay.
All right.
So back in Valkyria 1, and I'm going to make this comparison a lot because that's
All right, well,
that's
you're going to have to keep it short because we're about to run out of episode.
Shut the hell up about for an episode.
Yeah, no. We had that screaming match when you talked about Steins Gate, okay? I'm putting my foot down.
I'll be as brief as I can, but this is very distinctly important.
All right.
So, this is another thing I'm going to compare to VC1 because it's important, and that's the gold standard for this franchise so far.
Yeah.
When it comes to talking about things that either happen alongside or previous or things like that, we got the side stories that we bought from Ellet. Now, we don't have an Ellet character in this game. This is something that we can agree upon. However, I feel like these are stories that should be unlocked naturally, as in with the squad stories we get for the non-essential parts of the cast, you know, Lily and stuff like that.
Right.
But they shouldn't force a stop on the story mode. Were you able to progress past the page that we were on just now?
No. What do you mean?
Like, were you able to just go, I don't want to look at this right now for this interlude, and just go to the next page?
It is a hard set storyline.
The Ellet ones you could skip if you didn't want to see them.
Right.
Which I would appreciate in this situation.
I think this is more integral to the actual story, though.
And I'm not saying that
which is why they've removed the option to stick with it, you know?
But then why are we getting because there's the interlude? I
don't know, dude.
I'm just saying the weird thing here is that the interlude is taking place after it's taking place. We've just progressed up to the point of the ship arriving. Now this interlude is taking place before the assault on the base that we just did, and then going. So we're a flashback inside of a flashback now. and that's not very
We
narratively.
must go deeper.
Yeah, and we're not very. It's not a good narrative structure for storytelling because you have to keep rolling all the way back to before the beginning of the actual game to talk about a thing that happened. I'm not saying that that thing isn't important, but something that is this important shouldn't be a double flashback. It should be something that has its own thing that it stands alone on. Again, like a squad story, that's a side thing that you can talk
we
about.
haven't looked at any of this stuff either. You were saying? I'm sorry, I had
Oh, no, yeah. But like, I'm just saying, like, it's a weird design choice, and I find it kind of frustrating because I don't want to know about Kai's thing right now. We just got this big reveal of these cool ships that are on our side. It's the first moment of, like, reprieve. Our guys have been pretty much on the run non-stop for, like, 3 chapters now, and I want some kind of, like, payoff for that.
You want something to actually happen so that we're not left here, like, wondering with our, wondering dicks in hand.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
I don't want to be in the middle of eating a steak and then the waiter comes out and goes, "Now I know you're eating that steak, but we did make this side salad a little bit late. Here's your appetizer." Like, dude, I'm eating a steak now. It's too late. You know what I mean? All right, that's the end of the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Tell us if you want us to cover anything specific for So I Bought, where we take about half an hour and look at cool games that are either new or really cool that might have been overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you in the next one.